I want to ask Mr. Tucker. The Geographic Cost of Education Index is part of the original Thornton Commission recommendations, and the APA has suggested that we move to a comparable wage index as a way, correct? Yes, that's right. Okay, so if I remember correctly, that moving to that comparable wage index was going to be one of the ways that we ended up getting a lot of our $1.9 billion increase. And I'm wondering if how moving to the CWI fits into your recommendations, Mr. Tucker.
Well, it doesn't. So let me put it this way. I mentioned in my original remarks that the problem with teachers is roughly the same as that of doctors in rural areas. And that is why I just answered your question the way I did. You could say that you could compensate your teachers against an index of the local average wages. You did that in the state of Maine, where I live, we wouldn't have any doctors.
Okay.
And that's the point I was trying to make earlier. As it is, it's bloody hard to get doctors into rural Maine. And so people travel 2 and 3 hours for a simple doctor's appointment, and they can't get an appointment with their doctor, as I said earlier, literally for 6 weeks to 2 months. They get to see a PA. Now, we don't organize our teaching system the same way. There aren't PAs and those kinds of distinctions, but it works pretty much that way. If you're teachers are they're in an occupation which is all over the United States. And for most of them, they can move between states relatively easily. So they can live in an urban area, a suburban area, or a rural area. And so they're not sitting there asking themselves, am I making a wage that is roughly the same as that of the farmers and the fishermen? I'm in Maine, so that's who they are. That they're making. They're asking themselves, just like a doctor would, what's the relative advantage of moving out to the country or being in a city or in a posh suburb? They can work in all of those places, right? Which is why, from my point of view, relative wages doesn't work any better than cost of living. It'll produce, you are quite right in saying that it would produce different distributions of funds. That's true. But is it a better solution from my point of view? No.
Thank you.